There's nowhere else you can get a more quality education like you can here at a very affordable price. We're strong in all three major areas that impact community colleges. That's a university credit transfer program. We're very strong in career and vocational education, as well as adult education and literacy. And that really what I think makes us stand out over all the other states in the union.
It is with a great deal of debt and gratitude we owe the pioneers of the Illinois community college system who pushed to provide higher education to everyone, no matter their status in life or income.
The Illinois community college system is one of the great jewels that we have in the state of Illinois.
Do hereby recognize Illinois community colleges for providing 40 years of quality, affordable higher education to the people of this state.
Looking back on the 20th century, two milestones of the American educational experience stand out among all others. First, it was the GI Bill. The Second World War ends, and millions of veterans flood college campuses in pursuit of a higher education. The result of so many needing a college education so soon after the war gave junior colleges a chance to prove what they could do better than any other institution of post-secondary learning: respond. In Illinois, the decades after the war led to significant growth that resulted in the Junior College Act of 1965 and the creation of the first statewide board to coordinate them. For the next 40 years, Illinois community colleges continued to prosper as student enrollment grew beyond all expectations, and an institution vital to the well-being of the state and its people was created. The Community College, the Illinois story. It all started in 1901 at Joliet Junior College as an experiment. It was a simple idea: give high school graduates a place to start college while still living at home. Only 6 students enrolled that first year more than a century ago. By 1965, the number of college districts stood at 18. Today, 48 public community colleges instruct more than 1 million people a year. Over the last century, Illinois community colleges grew from a humble experiment in Joliet to one of the most successful college systems of its kind. In fact, the Illinois community college system ranks as the 3rd largest in the country.
When you start thinking about the impact that a community college has on a broad-based number of residents, Illinois leads the way.
Most of the people who are involved with community colleges feel very passionate about the community colleges. In fact, it's not just an educational system. Community colleges many times are referred to as the community college movement.
Well, I think because we're probably the only segment of education in this country that's really seen as a group of institutions that have some connectivity and are working together, that's the term movement, I believe.
Each of the 48 colleges is comprehensive. There's the 2-year transfer program. In 2003, more than 16,000 community college students transferred to 4-year schools. One of those programs includes the Associate of Arts in Teaching, a critical link in the goal to prepare teachers in the high-need disciplines of math and science and bring increased diversity to the teaching workforce. The degree provides a smooth transition for future teachers entering 4-year programs.
Well, we think students and prospective community college students have a great opportunity to take advantage of a community college system that has come a long way and is providing high-level services at a great and very competitive cost, and provides great opportunities for students to attend and achieve their goals.
Another program enjoying significant growth is the Dual Credit for high school students, a program that expands access to higher education and helps Illinois families cut the cost of a college education.
While I was a student at Benton High School, I was introduced to the dual credit classes and I decided to take them up. I took English and psychology while I was a senior at Benton High School. So I was already introduced to what the class was like at Rend Lake. And I came to Rend Lake already with 11 credit hours earned. It gets you an early start, and if you get behind, you can always make it up.
In 7 years, the dual credit program has grown by nearly 250%. Enrollment in Illinois community colleges grows every year, and all indicators suggest there will be continued growth. Among ethnically and racially diverse college students in Illinois, half attend community colleges.
They needed to have the opportunity for higher education, and that's what community colleges do. They make the opportunity for higher education available for everyone in the state of Illinois.
It's nice for me to know that I am helping the community grow, that individuals are being able to take advantage of the services that we have here. As I see the demographics changing, I think it becomes more and more important for us to ensure that we're being responsive to those needs.
While the largest instructional program is the transfer program, occupational, vocational, and adult education areas are also growing. In fact, the community college in Illinois serves as a full partner in meeting the state's workforce and economic development goals.
Over the years, like most community colleges in the country, we've become what we call a comprehensive community college, meaning that we have many missions: transfer education, career and technical education, community service, adult education, you name it, we do some of it.
One of the key topics I talk about is American competitiveness, and I see that as an increasing role for community colleges. We've been outsourcing manufacturing for years. We've begun to outsource IT. We've begun to outsource the productivity, whether it's textiles or IT or manufacturing. What we don't want to outsource is our innovation, is our ability to come up with the new and creative ideas that begin to lead the market in new directions. And I think that's going to be a major role for us in the future.
Every aspect of adult education, from literacy, basic academic skills, and technical skills, are all part of the community college commitment to assist the state's economy through the development of its workforce to meet the needs of business and industry. It's a critical function for the state's community colleges. Critical because of the constant changes in technology over the last 4 decades, starting in the 1960s.
And suddenly we realized there was a need to train people 2 or 3 times. And some people even say now that people have to be trained and retrained as many times as 3 or 4 in their career.
One of the best ways to describe Illinois community colleges is responsive. Colleges are working regionally to better utilize existing resources to target the need and grow local economies.
They seek us out, they ask us what we're looking for in our business for our employees, and we provide that input to them. So I think in terms of that, they tend to be exceptionally responsive. Things move at a very rapid pace. You need to change on the fly. I think that if you have an educational system that can support that, is equally as flexible, it works out for everybody's benefit.
Skills obtained from community colleges help workers increase the output of industries in the state's economy by $3.6 billion annually.
We look at the community a lot differently than four-year schools do. A lot of our students, when they leave or graduate, they stay around and they stay in Illinois, unlike four-year schools. So we have a different mission, different purpose.
One of the largest adult education populations is the English as a Second Language program, which includes nearly 60% of all adult education students.
We have a huge English as a second language population right now in our district, both from the Latin American countries and then also European countries, that are seeking to learn English so that they can secure better employment.
The GED Illinois program is nationally recognized with more than 2,500 students enrolled online.
Community colleges provide that GED education to get them started. I've gone to our GED graduations at Parkland, and it's just, it really hits you in the heart when you see you're giving these folks a chance to start again. And it really, that's what community colleges do. They make a difference. They're change agents.
All of the success found at Illinois community colleges clearly has an impact on the state and its population, an impact that can be measured on the bottom line. The average Illinois community college graduate will earn nearly $350,000 more in a lifetime than someone without a degree. The annual faculty and staff payroll exceeds $1 billion and creates an additional $8.9 billion in wages and salaries off campus. Every dollar of state or local tax revenue invested in Illinois community colleges returns $16 over 30 years. The real beneficiaries are Illinois families. When compared to four-year schools, the typical tuition and fees are less than half at community colleges. The future of the Illinois community college system will no doubt continue to grow as it has for more than 40 years, providing a unique blend of high-quality education at a very low cost.
Looking back over these 40 years, there's been enormous changes. Clearly the system here is just excellent. And it's not only because of the way the state has designed it and ICCB has managed it, it's also because of that we have relationships between the colleges here. I know with my presidents, it's an extraordinary group who put the system first. Illinois is very, very fortunate.
Well, I see continued growth. I think more and more people need education. They need academic education. They need the technical training that we're offering, and under that, of course, is the workforce training. And more they're needing the continuing education because our society continues to change very, very rapidly. And I think the Illinois community college system is uniquely in position to make that happen.
I think the community college system will continue to grow. The numbers of students graduating from high school migrating to the community college system continues to increase. I think we're going to continue to see that because students are recognizing the important role that community colleges can play for them in the system of higher education. I believe that the students will define where the community college system goes, and the community college system will be there to meet that demand.
Illinois community colleges respond. They're ready to meet any educational challenge. Now, more than ever, the constantly changing economic landscape demands the responsiveness found in Illinois community colleges.
For me, it's really gratifying to be the president of an Illinois community college because people give me feedback so often about how pleased they are with the experience that either they have had personally or that their children are having in our community colleges.
It's just wonderful to see success story after success story. I can tell you that I have run into people who I taught back in the 80s who are now, social workers or teachers, bilingual education teachers, who were learning English as a second language and now are professionals. And I think that is the most rewarding thing, especially when they come back and say, you made a difference in my life. That is, the best sort of compensation anyone can get for doing their job.